Hey guys, my name is Miss C. No, I won't say my first or my last name due to my own personal reasons as to why I want to do that. But this is my first time uploading, making a video and posting it on YouTube. So for a while, I've been wanting to do content creation. At first I was coming up with a lot of excuses as to why not to do it. I thought that, hey, it would be corny, that I don't have the right aesthetics, the right tools, lifestyle that other people portray or have. Or maybe this just isn't for me. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Maybe it's just an idea and not a dream. Like, I have talked myself out of doing this so many times. And yeah. And also because I tried similar things that were related to content creation in the past, but it wasn't successful. So I just had excuses. But recently, in the past, I would say few weeks, few months, this idea has been pounding. When I said pounding in the back of my head. Like, you ever had something really just keep knocking you? I don't mean literally, but you could compare it to something literally. I would hope not, because that would give you a concussion. But the idea, the thought of it, content creation, just kept sticking in the back of my head for years. But more and heavy, like very, very heavy in the back of my mind. It's been taunting me. And me just telling myself, I've recently decided, like, just do it, just do it. And I've also had a lot of signs that has been popping up, like even on my feed when I come on YouTube. Person saying, okay, should do this. All of those videos don't necessarily be true, but I felt as though that they were like additional signs coming to me from God. That's just how I feel. And I'm like, this has to be for me, because God wants me to do this. God wants me to become a content creator. And if you see me looking down, it's because I've wrote this out heartfelt, my intro, because I'm very new to this, and I have a habit of saying and stopping and pausing, and I don't want to be too long-winded and lose track of everything that I want to say in this video. So if you see me looking down, it's just my points and my intro. That's it. So yeah, I'm like, God really wants me to do this. And it's not a bad thing. Like, I've been trying to convince myself that this is a bad thing. I shouldn't be doing this. And I know good and well it's not. I just been trying to talk myself out of it, because for so long I've been in this space where I don't want to put myself out there. And I've been running from a lot of things that God has called me to do, and this is one of them. And I was like, okay, it has to be God's idea, because who else's idea would it be? You know what I'm saying? Recently, I've also been a firm believer that our ideas is not ours. As humans, we think that, okay, because we come up with something clicked in our head or our imagination, like, oh, it's ours. It's actually God. Yes. And probably in another video I will get into that, but yes, I'm a strong believer in that now. So it is his idea. I strongly believe that. And yeah, so I know that's been, you know, like, whew. For me, it's like, who getting all of this out right now. I'm actually really excited, and I'm starting to feel really relieved as I'm talking right now. This is something I've been excited about and been wanting to do, but I tried, like I said, scare myself out of it. So relax a bit. I won't be here long. This video will only be hopefully less than 30 minutes or 30 minutes or so, around that range. But I want to give a testimony as to how I got to this exact point right now, and other reasons as to why I decided to pursue this profession of content creation, and also as well, what can you expect from me as a content creator? What type of content I'll be putting out. I want to talk a little bit more of who am I. So who am I? I am a Bahamian born breed cadet. I hope I say that right. And I think you picked up on the accent, because a lot of people are like, oh, y'all have such a nice accent. Some people say they can't understand Bahamians at all, and just know I'm trying my best right now to speak standard English. Yes, as Bahamians, we've learned standard English throughout our years in school, from grades 1 to 12, even preschool. So we can speak standard English, but it's not our, I'll say, daily routine or habits. It's not, because socially we just talk to each other with our dialect, our broken English, but we don't have a foreign language like what is studied around the world. No, we just have broken English. That's about it. So just know, putting that out there, I am trying my best with standard English. It takes practice, because I don't do it on an everyday basis unless there's literally words in front of me that I wrote or someone else wrote, I'm reading, or or publicly speaking. I've practiced that as well over the years. I'm also the CEO of Wonders of Art House, aka WOAH. So that's WOAH as an acronym for Wonders of Art House. And that business is an art business, something that is not traditional, and I love it so much because I don't think I've ever heard of anyone come up with this before in my life, and I just love the fact that I came up with it and I push it out. I brought it, I introduced it to persons. I do have a business account, Instagram account, that's WOAH.BAHAMAS on IG. So you can type that in on IG and you will see the business page pop up. Currently, there's some things that I'm planning for the business. So what the business is initially about, it's about celebrating special moments. This could be seasonal, this could be you wanting to get something for yourself as a gift, or to give something to someone. And it's an art business because all of it is art related. All of this is handcrafted business. So you can say it is a craft business, but it will be branched out and you will see the full thing soon to come, because there's expansion going on in the business as we speak right now. What do I make? What do I sell? I make crochet keychains. I know that might sound weird to some people, but it actually looks really nice, from strawberry, footballs, you name it. I should probably put the image up so you could see. But yes, and also swimwear, crochet swimwear, crochet time, the trendy ones, especially the ruffle hats that's been going around for, I would say, the past 2 years or so. It's really cute, really nice. Um, it's a lot of stuff that I do make, and I have to keep up with it. So just trying to like think of everything from the top of my head. And then also other stuff that I'm trying to get into, me doing things specifically on my business, doing things specifically for different special seasons, like even football, Mother's Day, Father's Day, graduation season, Christmas season, winter season, summer season, you name it. It's all about celebrating life, creating more memorable memories. So yes, and capturing it in a very sentimental way, but also helping you separate yourself from others in a way that you find your individual self. So emphasizing on individuality is what we do at Roll, because we want whatever it is that you buy, whether it's for yourself or for others, that that person or you will really love it, and it's their taste, their style, customized for you, okay, or customized for your loved ones, and spreading love. So that is what the business is all about. I know that was a little bit of a mouthful, but yes. And I'm also a senior college student. I'm like, okay, I know you're probably like, okay, how is she doing all of these things? I'm going to tell you in a minute about that part, me being a college student. Child, that is I don't even want to say the word a lot, because I'm trying to refrain, trying to stop myself from saying a lot in my vocabulary, because you know, power of the tongue. You don't want to overwhelm yourself just by saying things of what you have going on, making it, thinking about it in a negative way, or thinking about it like, oh my gosh, I have so much to do, blah 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 blah. And I used to have a habit of that, so yes, that's why I'm not saying the words a lot. But I'll get into that. And I'm also an artist, just as I explained with my business. Those two kind of collide together, really. So I wouldn't say, oh, I'm spreading myself thin, because at the end of the day, me being in that business and with that type of business, it also kind of like, I wouldn't say force or anything like that. I would say that it goes hand in hand, basically. And then I would say in 4 words or 5, I would say that I am creative. I'm an ambitious person, so I'm ambitious, very goal oriented. I would say that I am a free spirit. A lot of people do not know that about me. I mean, people don't even know I have this person, but it's people who I've met and known for years, like they found out probably like a year, 2 or 3 years later, like, oh my gosh, when did you get that person? Or they wouldn't even say that. They'd be like, they start pointing, like, I'll be sitting across the room and they'll be like, did that hurt? And I'm like completely lost, because mind you, I barely feel this unless it's like I have a little bit of hair tangled up on the start part, but I barely feel this industrial peasant. And I am so lost. I'd be so lost when people be like, oh, and they start pointing, or they wouldn't point, they're just, did that hurt? And I'm like clueless, like, what is this person talking about? And then when they point, and I'm like, oh, like, okay, you made my person. And I'll be like, okay, no, it did not hurt, and they didn't believe me. But yes, I am free spirited, but I have been on this journey of trying to get closer to God. So it's a bit of me trying to be balanced. I don't know how else to explain it, but hey, this is me just being honest with you all. And also, I would say I am smart. I am inquisitive. That's part of me being smart. That's how I became more intelligent because you don't assume, you ask questions. I stand on that. I do not like to see people assume stuff. You have to ask questions. Stand on business, ask questions, okay? So yeah, and now enough about who I am. I need to get into a story as to how I got here. So this is the story. I'm going to try to make it as short as possible, and this is how I got to the point, like, hey, yes, this is making room, this is making space for me being a content creator, sorry. So yes, okay, other reasons as to why I truly decided to do content creation, to become a content creator, is, well, I know that I have the personality for it. I'm loving, I'm caring. I will not describe myself as a selfish person. I do not. And I actually got on the headspace of, oh, let me see if I can get this amount of views, that amount of views, and da da da. And I actually I've sat and watched people a lot with their videos, other content creators, I may say. Like, it's so much people now that it's like a big, it's getting almost oversaturated, the content creation world, because there's so many people. Like, oh, okay, she only doing this is a small video, I could do that, let me go and be a content creator, let me get the clicks and the views, and let's see if money could come along with it. And it's not, some part of it, okay, that isn't so bad, it's not bad, but then other parts of it is like, okay, why are you really doing it, you know? And I would have been one of those people if I did not sit down and talk to God and really humble myself. I had to humble myself these past couple months, and now I don't feel away. I don't care if this video gets 1 view, okay? I really do not care. I'm at the point where I'm doing this so that I could feel fulfilled, so I don't feel stressed, so I don't feel nervous inside, like, oh my gosh, I had this idea and I didn't do it, because I've been feeling that way for months. And I've put other things in front of me, sitting down, just sitting here and making the video that I need to upload to get started. And now I decided, hey, I need to get on it, period. So yeah, I would say my personality, I've genuine spirit. I don't like to do things that are forced, and that's another reason why I'm like, okay, I have to humble myself to before I come on any platform to do content creation, so that I could truly feel in and out what it means to be a content creator, a real one. And I am a real person. I am a realist. That's another thing of my personality. So I would say that, and the type of things that I would do, how I would help persons, the type of advice I would give to people even at a very young age growing up. And people used to be shocked. Like, I could sit down and talk to adults. I used to sit down and talk to adults as a young child. I'm talking about 7 years old, 8 years old, no exaggeration, giving them advice a few times, or saying I wouldn't say advice, but perspectives on how I see things and how I make sense of the world. And because, like I said, I observed people. That's one of my strongest skills, being an observant person, not just people, but things. And I guess that's also the artist in me, why I could be able to do art, because I could observe the smallest bit of details in things and in people. So that has put me to a whole new level of understanding so many things and comprehending so many things. So that is why another reason as to why I want to do content creation, because I don't want to just keep all those things to myself. I want to give it to you all. The days when you feel bad, you feel lost, there's so many people that come on these spaces, come on YouTube and TikTok and all these other social media apps to try and see if someone can show them, I wouldn't say a sign, but be a light for them. I want to be that light. And someone literally told me that I am a light when I walk in the room, and I was floored when they said that to me. Like, that was probably the most amazing compliment I could ever have in my entire life. One of probably top 5. I was like, wow. She said that to me. It was the professor. She told me that when we was having like a conversation. I was like, wow. Yeah, so I want to give my gifts to you all. Every single gift that God has given me, just spread it out. And content creation, I feel like it has to do with a lot of those type of gifts, like the communication, the outreach of people, but I'm on the screen, but still being able to talk, knowing how to talk to people, know how to level with them, knowing how to relate to them. I've always been that girl. Always have. It's just me trying to put myself out there, knowing that, okay, people are gonna see my mistakes. Like, I'm fine with all of that now, and that's why I can sit here and talk to you all. And another thing is that it's a dream of mine. It's not just an idea. At first I was like, oh, what if it's just an idea and I just do it and just stop, do one video, and then like I run out of ideas and it's not a dream. I knew it was a dream from the moment I started to get frustrated of days that I've planned to sit down and do videos and haven't done a video. Frustrated, I say. And yeah, so I'm at this point where I know this is something I truly want to do. And not just that, God wants me to do it, because now the testimony, would I call it a testimony? Okay. What I'm using right now, I'm actually using 2 lights. This is me being as real as it gets. I'm using 2 lights. I don't know if you can see this one. You probably can. That's one. And I'm using another ring light. But it sits on the desk. And my friend gave me that one that I just showed you for Christmas. She ever had it, and she's like, okay, I don't need it anymore, basically. And it's so cool enough. She helps me even with my work as an artist and as an entrepreneur. This one that I'm using right now, that's holding up the phone, I've got this gifted to me Christmas before last. Christmas before last. And I, like, literally each year straight up to now, each Christmas straight up to now, I've got each light. And the one my sister gave me 2 Christmas ago, it literally has on the box, go viral. Right? I know that's the label and everything, and it has my story and all that, literally showing you the image. Forget the go viral part. Showing you the image of, hey, this is for content creation. It literally says that. It basically says that. And from there I was like, oh my gosh, I always like wondered how things would be if I was a content creator and blah 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 blah. And I got gifted that, and from there I was like, okay, I need to slip in some videos, and never did that year, neither the year after that. So now with this opportunity being presented, it doesn't look like an opportunity, but the whole situation of me not being able to take on any classes because it's just one class left and it got canceled. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I this is a dream that it's been like over time building up more and more. So that's another reason why I want to do it. And like I said, I want to spread not just wisdom but also knowledge and gain more knowledge. I feel like having this responsibility actually helps me to do not just things I've always wanted to do, but educate myself more so that I can educate you all. on things that I find important, things that I see are issues currently, and so forth. And lastly, I do not feel comfortable being a consumer anymore. I've seen so much videos talked about that lately, and I'm like, okay, that has to also be a sign. But because I've never, these people listen to you, whatever you say on the phone, and it generates, the algorithm generates off of what they hear you talking about, whatever. Call me a conspiracy theorist, but every time I talk about something with someone, I end up seeing it pop up on my news feed on one of my social media platforms. Just being a consumer, just watching stuff, and it pops up things that related to exactly as to what I was talking about in the conversation, the previous conversation. But yes, I knew it was a sign because I didn't even open up my mouth. I said particular things, and I would get in videos on what I was thinking. Nobody could come up here and steal your thoughts unless you say it out loud. And I kid you not, I have not been saying anything, these particular things, out loud of the videos that I were receiving. No, so they were clearly signs. And and it talked a lot of those, like I said, there were videos about being a consumer, how you feel tired, and that's exactly how I've been feeling. Like, I've been seeing so much videos like they're just not doing it for me, and I'm like, it's time for me to stop looking from the outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're looking from, I think I have it all wrong. It's something to do with you looking from the outside within or something like that. Like, let's say if you window shopping, you can't really experience the dress or whatever you see in the window. If you're standing from outside, you're never gonna experience that dress unless you purchase it. You get what I'm saying? So I will never truly, I knew that I would never truly reach full greatness until I actually experience it. Until, like I was saying, this videos keep cutting in and out because of storage. Anyway, I am really determined to finish this entire video, even if it's in different clips, as much clips as I have to keep going, keep deleting, whatever. As I was saying, I will never get to, really experience, not just think about it, actually do what I have to do, is basically what I'm saying. And that's just getting started with content creation. And it's actually, me being a content creator is in the center of everything I have going on. So it's not like I'm stretching myself thin. It's actually me building a foundation. I know that sounds weird, right? But it is, because everything else I have going on with my business, me being an artist, me being a college student, it all would being a content creator actually would help with all of them tremendously. So yeah, I do not feel comfortable being a consumer anymore. It just isn't doing for me anymore. So that is why I chose to do this. I know that may be a little long-winded. I just have to get it off my chest. Had to get it off my chest. So things that I know I'm supposed to put this at the beginning probably, but it is what it is. This is how I decided I want to do my video. So things that I will give to you, things that you can expect from me as a content creator. The type of content is my business journey. I am what most people would consider as a small business owner, and I am planning on expanding. I will expand to my fullest ability till you can't expand no more, and that's probably going to be till the day I die, period. Because every day we wake up, we should be growing, right? And that includes your business, if you're a business owner. Okay, so I don't have any educational background in business studies. So really, I've built my business as far as it stands right now from the ground up. So from scratch. And through that, I want to really document important parts of my business and basically carried you all on my business journey so that it could help others, maybe motivate you, maybe educate you, maybe it's something that you didn't know how to do and I was able to do it. Like I say, I'm doing all of this from scratch, so I'm not an expert or anything in business. I'm not a multi-millionaire. You see me, you see my background, right? So we all gonna be family basically. So join the club, join the family. In the club we all firm, like Loretta said, whatever she said. Something similar to that. So that's that. And really important stuff, like I said, capture it, share it with you all. And usually I'm private, so just know this is something that's important to me and that I feel that I should do, because it isn't easy doing it. Trust me, running a business and trying to document, no, it's not easy. Also, another content area would be art world, everything artsy. Some of you may say aesthetics, but I try not to focus only on aesthetics because it kind of takes away from what art should be about. You know what I mean? It shouldn't just be about looks, but me basically doing art from time to time, and I will be doing a lot of that on my TikTok. My TikTok, I think it should be I need to find my TikTok. I always forget my TikTok name, but yeah. And also maybe pop out some advertisements in the future, who knows. A lot of content creators tend to end up be advertisers for different businesses that people use on or could use in a everyday basis, products, stuff like that. So I do see that happen in the future, so just putting that out there if you do see that. Now I will not overwhelm you with ads, just bunch of ads popping up. I will try my best not to overwhelm you with that, because that can be annoying. Me as a consumer, I get annoyed by that, okay? So I can imagine if you all are annoyed, I'm not surprised, you know? Also, I want to talk about important topics. Some would be very serious, some would be very touchy, very sensitive, but we all need to talk. As humans, we all need to talk. Like, there's people out there who are not even speaking to their family members that they live with, okay? And this is why I feel like social media is so important, because you have persons who don't have anyone to reach out to, anyone, and they're scrolling all day on their phone hoping that they'll find something inspiring. But nowadays it's like people are so into like shallow things and things that just aren't benefiting others but themselves. It's not doing for consumers. It makes them feel empty, and they continue to carry out that void, whatever void that they have living inside of them, that loneliness. You don't have to feel lonely over here, so let's just put that there. That's definitely number one. And throughout that, I might have some story time. Sometimes it may be my stories. Now I'm not gonna, what you call it, how to put it, I'm not gonna overshare, because there's a thing called oversharing. I'm still very much a private person, despite me coming on such a big platform, YouTube, where I'm highly exposed to any criticism, anyone's opinions, but stories that I do find not just interesting but necessary to share, that is connected to a topic that I want to discuss, or even if it's advice. So next type of content is advice, and it isn't just gonna be, oh, your typical 1 minute, or trust me, I have a lot of advice that I want to give, and it's not from just my experiences, from other experience and things that I felt like I've surpassed or watched others surpass. But I have also seen that there's a lot of people today, or currently, or maybe through this particular week that I'm going through, I feel like it's a lot of people going through that particular thing, whatever. So that's when I'll stick a plug in there and be like, okay, time to give some advice, time to make some suggestion, time for us to have a talk, okay? Because we do respond back to each other, okay? And this is not a platform where I say what I have to say and then dip. I'll try my best to make as reply to as much comments as I can. Obviously I cannot, so I try to put I cannot reply to all. Sorry if I'm talking fast, it's just this videos keep cutting on me. So I'm trying to end this right now, but I'll try to reply to a certain amount, or you know, just over time. Know my limit basically on the replies. Try not to reply too little or too much, you know. So that's that with advice. And then lastly, this is the year where I am going through a big self-development. I'm talking about spiritually, physically, self-maintenance, you name it. Just everything you could possibly think of, or at least every category you could think of, that's what we are going to be talking about. I mean, we're responding, hey, back to each other. It's a family. I'm not joking. I'm also very family oriented, so I will be calling you all family, okay? Because that's how I feel. Excuse me. So yes, and I'll also share maybe other personal experience stuff that I have accomplished this year. I do have a lot of goals, mind you. I do. I'm not sitting home bored. No, that is not me. I'm not even built like that. I'm not wired like that. I'm not. I promise you. And also lifestyle tips, like I mentioned just a minute ago, about how I'm dealing with self-care, self-maintenance. Yeah, so if I have a tip on that, or maybe a plug, I'm gonna stick that in there. You might see it come up as a short, depending on if it's a really short video. It might just appear on the shorts and not an actual upload long traditional YouTube video. So thank you guys so much, whoever is watching. Thank you so much for your time. I know that was a lot. I hope it was helpful. I hope you got to know me really well, or at least get a general idea of who I am. And yes, I feel ecstatic, and like I am generally really truly so excited as to what is to come on here. And yeah, I think my TikTok, because I try to remember my TikTok name, I think my TikTok name is 242 Queen China. So that's 242 QUEENCHINA. Nope, wait, that's my old TikTok name. So my TikTok name is 242 CHINA. Simple as that. 242 CHINA. So yes, you can go there if you want. And thank you guys so much for watching. I don't know who you are, who all is watching. Thank you so much, and I hope that yeah, we could become family. I know that sounds weird, and no, I am not walking around looking for family, but people need each other in this world. So yeah, looking forward to what's to come, and I'll see you next time.